What's going on, guys? My name is Brian. This is Bicoastal Gaming, and we're coming at you with another raid niche build, or actually the first raid niche build. We're going to start with this one and kind of move through little by little all the different pieces to all the different raids to maybe help you get through a little faster, a little easier. I've seen a bunch of videos on here's your standard red build, here's your standard whatever build to get through the raid, make it easy on yourself. Well, if you're tired of doing that, let's kick it up a notch. We're going to spice things up a bit. I'm going to go through the build and then we'll have a little bit of gameplay and I can kind of walk you through what I'm doing as we are completing the pieces that you'll see. Shout out to the clan Wipe Squad. It's been an amazing group. I'll have a link for our Discord down there somewhere. And if you're liking the video, click the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to try and get more of these random little niche builds out on YouTube because I haven't seen a whole lot of them. So let's get started. So for this build, I am using the Demolitionist. You could be using a Survivalist. It depends on whether you need a crossbow or a grenade launcher in the circles. It's just handy to have one of those two so you're not having to DPS or throw a grenade manually. As you can see, if I run out, I do have the concussion grenade equipped. Works great. My general DPS weapon that I'm using for shooting out, helping out my outside corner. In the video ahead, I'm outside 3, so you'll see that where I'm actually using the carbine for helping as well as for the damage phase. The Ravenous, key piece to this, you're going to be stacking the Ravenous, taking care of the talent. If you're not familiar with the Ravenous talent, I'll leave it up here so you can pause it if you want to read it. But basically, you shoot with the left and then shoot one right and you get a bunch of bonus armor. The bonus armor grants you bonus damage. So that's what we're looking for. We're trying to get the amplified damage, 10% amplified. I'll leave that there. My D50 is nothing special. It's not even fully optimized. It's just a D50. I have Optimist. If I am really suffering somehow and not getting enough damage, I can just drain it down to the last bullet and get the extra damage again from that. But as you'll see in the gameplay, I'm a sliver from getting it in one shot and I'm using the first bullet. So first piece that I'm going to go over here is the Punch Drunk. I do have rolled to headshot damage, weapon handling just to make it a little bit easier. You could put to crit chance. My crit chance is a little lacking on this build. But it's, as you'll see in the footage ahead, it's not needed. I also have the 20% pistol damage because it's a Douglas Harding piece. And like I said, this is what works for me. This doesn't have to be necessarily what you're using. My second piece is just a standard DPS glass cannon. I use the Sacrifice. If you don't want the extra 10% damage amplified to you and you're not feeling that you need the extra 5% amplified, you can use the standard glass cannon piece. I think you're going to have a sliver left more often than not. And our key exotic piece for this, again, so that we can make it all happen, is a fairly good rolled Dodge City holster. Max headshot, max weapon damage. Basically, again, I will say, if you're not familiar with the Dodge City, what it does. I'll put this up here. You can pause it and read it if you want. But basically, we are looking for all 100 stacks to build up, and then we're looking for the bonus damage. So if you're interested in what's going on here, that's that. I am using a gift backpack. Again, if you're having a hard time grinding for it, just standard vigilance works, but weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage. I'm using crit damage mods. I probably could switch it over to crit chance, but again, I'm not really struggling too much with one-shotting these weak points, and that's the end goal. But I also need to have enough damage that I can help the rest of the team or help my corner. If he gets a boomer and he has ads, I'm sure maybe you've seen it where your corner is like, okay, I need to kill the boomer, but the ads are killing him. That's just so I can shoot outwards from my circle and help him. Fourth piece or fifth piece is just a pair of Providence gloves. Weapon, crit chance, crit damage. As you can see, I have the 3-piece Providence bonus here, so I'm getting headshot, crit chance, crit damage from that. And then I'm using a pair of Fox's Prayer, and I have headshot damage rolled onto these just to get me that little bit extra from here. This deals headshot damage to anywhere you hit. I just want to make sure that I'm outlining it real quick. So I have a little extra headshot damage into the build. We'll go over my stats. I'm, like I said, real low on crit chance, 38 and 35. I probably could sacrifice some of my crit damage for crit chance, but this is what's working for me right now. I haven't really changed it up. I am at 140% headshot damage, and these are all the pieces that are giving me the extra headshot damage. I have a couple headshot mods. As you can see, I have one headshot mod, and honestly, I think that's because I just haven't switched it over for a crit chance, but it is on my mask here. Other than that, I have a revive hive because, well, sometimes you go down and you need to get back up. And then I have a turret that I will put on the outside wall, as you'll see in the footage ahead. And that is what I will use to kind of grab aggro or help my outside corner while I'm turned and dealing with Razorback to try and successfully one-shot the weak point. Other than that, guys, as I said, click the like button if you enjoyed this. Hit the subscribe button. I will put a link to our community, Discord community, down in the comments below or in the description below so you can see it.
And 3, 2, 1, in.
Outsides are going to have a chunk of mid-phase. And here I am helping my outside, kind of as I said. You can see my turret. I placed it on the wall just to help him throw my hive, get him back up. And that also is grabbing aggro of the grenadier, so hopefully he doesn't shoot that grenade at me. They've already called 80%, so I'm switching over. Shoot my grenade in. Didn't register. Oh, it did this time. So I'm stacking up on the Razorback, as you can see. I go to shoot my partners, make sure he's good, and then we just start DPS in the section up above, again using the Carbine 7. If you had someone to do a one-shot for that, you could also do a third build here and one-shot that one as well. Right now we're in between. I'm going to go grab a grenade, see if I can find an armor kit, see what I can find for special ammo. There's nothing around. And now we're going to roll out. I can kill this last drone there and roll out, wait away. I'm going to wait for the call from my drone killer because he's the one that leads everyone. At least that's how we do it in our clan. 3, 2, 1, in and in. Now we're jumping in. We're going to wait for 80%. Here's me sitting and doing absolutely nothing because I was doing something on the side. But we got a pretty solid team. Everyone's on the outside. Oh, yay, proficiency level up. We're at 80%. Reload. Grab my grenade launcher. Again, late because I'm so good at that. And I'm an idiot and just cannot find where to shoot my grenade here. I'm gonna run up, and you got to be careful with this with Ravenous. So I kept switching and it kept switching me. Well, what happened is I backed up to an item and it wouldn't let me. So by the time I'd done it, everyone was already done with this phase. If you're on the front side, this is a great spot to sit. The mortars don't hit you, so if you're on 1 or 4, that's not a bad spot to go. We're going to go back to DPS and making sure the outside stays clear of ads. And we're waiting on the 3, 2, 1, in and in. There it is. And it's just a rinse and repeat. The more you do it, the better you get. The more you practice it, the better you're going to do. If you miss it, you can still DPS the weak point like before. That's kind of the point of having the crit chance and damage still in the build. Here I'm actually ahead of schedule for once. This is probably my best as far as being ready. So there's that. There's the grenade. And here we go. I'm going to run around to this side. Build my stacks up. And oop, there goes that weak point. Oh, I missed it. Just a little bit. That sliver that I missed. And that's what I mean. If you're really struggling constantly with that, and it's a problem. And there's that. Now we're going to run back to corners. I was 3. My corner, he's got a Chunga he's dealing with as well here. So we're going to hang out and get ready to finish off the last bits. Grab another grenade. Don't even really need them technically. Let's do a quick reload on the Rev. I started stacking a little too early. If I had stacked a little later, then I probably could have one-shot this final computer here. As you can see, I try and get a little bit more, but I was just a little too late. So pull the pistol out. Yeah, we did what, 11 million. That's not terrible. 3 down. So my corner's done. It's up to everyone else to have their corners done. And we're going to go and hang out and collect the loot as it falls. Grab the keys, and there we go. Pick up the negotiators and the Aguila, which get deconstructed. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I appreciate having you here. Click the subscribe button, especially if you watched all the way to the end. Click the like button. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next build video.